Let us continue with the same example. So we have had exercise having Poisson distribution with mean theta, and we had gamma distribution as prior distribution for theta. Then we got gamma as posterior distribution of theta. Now suppose another data point is to be observed from the same distribution, that is Poisson distribution with mean theta. So let the data point be represented by the letter y. Then P, the probability distribution of y given theta is same as the Poisson PMF. So e raised to minus theta, theta raised to y by y factorial. Now the prior distribution of theta is pi theta given x as explained earlier. So the joint distribution of y and theta will be e raised to minus theta, theta raised to y by y factorial multiplied by the gamma posterior. So notice that these two exponential terms can be merged together. Similarly, these two power terms of theta can be merged together. So we can find the marginal distribution of y like this. So the marginal distribution of y will be integration of these two terms with respect to theta multiplied by these constants. So all the constants I have brought outside the integration. So we have n plus alpha raised to nx bar plus lambda upon nx bar gamma of nx bar plus lambda into 1 by y factorial and integration of e raised to minus n plus alpha plus 1 times theta multiplied by theta raised to nx bar plus y plus lambda minus 1. So clearly this is a gamma integral. So it will be gamma of nx bar plus y plus lambda divided by the coefficient of theta in the exponential term, that is n plus alpha plus 1 raised to this. So nx bar plus y plus lambda. So where y, possible values of y will start from 0, 1, 2 onwards. So this distribution is called as posterior predictive distribution of a future data point. So the data is not observed yet, but we have information regarding the distribution of the data to be observed like this. So right now it looks really complicated. So in order to understand it better, I have assumed certain values of n, alpha and lambda and summation xi. So suppose n is just 2, alpha and lambda both are chosen to be 2 and summation xi is observed to be 3. Then if that is the case, then the distribution of y will be 4 raised to 5 upon gamma 5 into 1 upon 5 y factorial multiplied by gamma of 3 plus y plus 2 upon 5 raised to 5 plus y. So this can be further simplified as 4 by 5 raised to 5 into 1 upon 5 raised to y factorial into, now sorry, this term is missing, but this will be gamma of 5 plus y upon gamma 5. So where y will take values from 0, 1, 2 onwards. So if we put y equal to 0, we get the probability to be equal to 4 by 5 raised to 5. If we put y equal to 1, we get the probability to be equal to again 4 by 5 raised to 5. Then for y equal to 2, it is 4 by 5 raised to 5 into gamma 7 upon 25 times gamma 5. So it simplifies to 4 by 5 raised to 5 into 6 by 5. Similarly, probability that y equal to 3 is 4 by 5 raised to 5 into 42 by 25 and so on. So this is how the probabilities will be. Now let us try to compare the prior predictive probabilities and the posterior predictive probabilities. So now the prior predictive distribution was this, alpha raised to lambda gamma lambda into this. Now in order to simplify the situation, I am assuming n to be equal to 1 and alpha and lambda to be equal to 2. So if we assume n equal to 1, summation xi is simply x, and so nx bar will be simply x. So the prior predictive distribution will be like this, alpha raised to lambda by gamma of x plus lambda upon alpha plus 1 raised to x plus lambda into 1 upon x factorial. Notice that unless we assume certain values for alpha and lambda, the distribution doesn't look very simple. So I am assuming alpha and lambda both to be equal to 2. Then I get this as the marginal distribution of x. So 4 times gamma of x plus 2 upon 3 raised to x plus 2 into x factorial. Now notice that gamma of x plus 2 is x plus 1 factorial. So x plus 1 factorial upon x factorial. So I will get only x plus 1 in the numerator. So I have 4 times x plus 1 upon 3 raised to x plus 2, where x goes from 0, 1, 2 onwards. So it looks like a kind of power series distribution. So let us check whether this distribution is correct or not. So I will check whether it is summing to 1 or not. So summation px over the range 0 to infinity is 4 times summation of x going from 0 to infinity x plus 1 into 1 by 3 raised to x plus 2. So it looks like the geometric series after some adjustments. So I have made the adjustments like this. So 4 into 1 by 3 square. So 1 by 3 raised to 2 I have taken outside the summation. So that I get x plus 1 times 1 by 3 raised to x. So following the result that summation of n times p raised to n minus 1, where n goes from 1 to infinity, is 1 upon 1 minus p whole square. So where p, absolute value of p is less than 1. So following this result, we get this to be equal to, this series to be equal to 1 upon 1 minus 1 by 3 will be 2 by 3. So 1 upon 2 by 3 square. So 2 by 3 square is 4 by 9. So 4 by 9 gets cancelled and we get 1. So this is a proper probability distribution. So this distribution is nothing but the prior predictive distribution of the random variable, observable random variable. So notice that the model which we have assumed for x, given the value of theta is Poisson. So the probability that x given theta will be e raised to minus theta, theta raised to x by x factorial. Whereas if we remove the effect of theta, then we get the distribution to be like this. So this is the prior predictive distribution, and so the posterior predictive distribution following the earlier derivation will be 2 raised to x plus 2 upon gamma of x plus 2 into 1 upon y factorial gamma of x plus y plus 2 upon 3 raised to x plus y plus 2. So upon some adjustments it becomes like this. How did I get this? So you can go back to the earlier page. See here. This was the prior predictive distribution. So put n equal to 1, alpha equal to 2, nx bar equal to simply x, and lambda equal to 2. We get this. Please check this derivation. It will be really good if you check these derivations on your own. So this will be the posterior predictive distribution of y. Notice that only one, we are assuming n equal to 1, means only one data point has been observed, only one random variable has been observed, and now another random variable is to be observed. So what will be the distribution of the second Poisson random variable to be observed? So the second Poisson random variable distribution after removing the effect of the unknown parameter will be like this. So how much probabilities vary? So mathematically, yes, the expressions you can see, the expressions are different. So let us compute probability of getting a 0, prior predictive distribution and posterior predictive distribution. So if I follow the prior predictive distribution, then probability that x equal to 0 is 4 by 9. And if I follow the posterior predictive distribution, assuming that x is equal to 0 has been observed, notice that to get the posterior predictive distribution, I have to have some value of x. Means first data has been observed, then what is the distribution of the second set of data? So that is nothing but the posterior predictive distribution. So we cannot get exact value of the posterior predictive distribution unless we insert some value of x. So suppose x is equal to 0 has been observed, then probability that y is equal to 0 will be simply 2 by 3 raised to 2 into 1 by 3 raised to 0 into gamma of 2 upon gamma 2 into 0 factorial will be simply 1. So this entire term will be 1, this term will be 1, and this will be simply 4 by 9. So notice that x prior predictive probability of x equal to 0 is 4 by 9. posterior predictive probability that x is equal to, the random variable to be equal to 0, given that the first observation was 0, is again 4 by 9. Okay, so prior and posterior predictive probabilities are same for x is equal to 0. Let us see what happens when if we have x is equal to 1. If we have, instead of x is equal to 0, if you observe x to be equal to 1, then what will be the probability that y is equal to 0? Then the probability that y is equal to 0 given that x is equal to 1 is 8 by 27. So it is not same as 4 by 9. So this is how the posterior and prior predictive probabilities for the observable random variables change.